Come on, Carson.
Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is pull guard with the objective to get under my opponent's hips. Jasper, my cameraman here, is going to spaz out for a second, but we'll regain consciousness. And the thing that I'm going to look to do in order to get under his hips is by using this cross collar grip to push and pull him in order to get his hips elevated. Once his hips are higher, I can insert my reverse De La Riva hook. And now this is going to be one of the craziest sequences that I've ever hit in this tournament.
Okay, it's no good if there's no finish. It's no good if there's no finish. There it is. Come on, Carson.
Okay, so there is a lot that went into that one, and because this will be a shorter video, I'm going to take my time explaining each and every detail. Okay, so for the first move that I'm going to use is a kiss of the dragon. What I'm going to do is I'm going to allow my opponent to push weight into me, and I'm reinforcing that by pulling on his collar grip here. Once I feel that there's substantial weight loaded on my De La Riva hook leg, I'm going to extend it out to my right ear. Also notice that my left leg or outside leg is staying out of the equation, as I don't want my opponent to get a grip on this, as it will prevent me from fully going into the kiss of the dragon. Now notice my left hand is going to cup behind his knee. Now I'm going to drag myself under my opponent. This gives me a lot of control over his base, and the goal for this is to ideally off-balance him enough to put his hands on the mat. But he's smart and he maintains his composure by pressing down on my hooks, and that's why you see my right arm here is grabbing my shin, and what I'm trying to do is keep my shin above his knee line, as that'll give me a better ability to push his knees to the mat and hopefully get the hands on the floor. However, my left leg here is already compromised, and on top of that, he does manage to get my shin below his knee line, and this allows him to turn out of the kiss of the dragon and start to face me. But in that transition, I managed to get a grip on the belt, which is the holy grail for Kiss the Dragon. And also notice how I'm flaring my elbow really high here, and this is to try to prevent the whizzer, which I do, but he does get the underhook. But that feeds directly into one of the strongest moves in my arsenal, something I call the sunsetter triangle. The way I look to hit this move from almost any position is finding a hand on the floor with my opponent underhooking me. From here, my objective is to hip into my opponent with the idea to get my hips above their shoulders. The next thing you're going to notice is my outside leg lays down on their far shoulder, which will reinforce this post and allow me to keep that hand on the floor. So if we take a look at the video screen for a second, notice how I'm facing the right side. However, as I'm falling, I'm rotating on impact. That way I can face the left and I can start cinching in the triangle immediately as I hit the ground. But wait, there is more in this video. There's another move that I've been playing a lot with recently, and I just think this is the next level of finishing the triangle against literally anybody, and it's something I call the body lock triangle. So you're going to see my right hand here shoot to the far side of my opponent's hip and grab their hip, and I'm going to pull my head under my opponent, sniffing their balls. But this is very important because from here I can go and gable grip, body locking them, and finishing the triangle at the same time. I've yet to meet somebody that can withstand that kind of pressure. It's literally an off button. And if you guys ever hit any of these moves, please send them to me on Instagram at Carsahh. But I hope you guys found this video interesting. If you're also interested in me reviewing some of your matches or competition footage, check out the description below for more information about that.